Before getting into this video, let this be known right now that there are spoilers. So if you're not interested in being spoiled on One Piece, don't watch this video. Anyway, what's up bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes? My name is Jason, aka I Be Missing Fingers. Why? Because I am missing fingers, and today we're going to be talking about One Piece. Let's get into it. So for those of you who don't know, I am a huge anime nerd. I love watching anime. It's probably the only thing I watch nowadays, to be honest with you. I've watched everything from the big three, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, to Dragon Ball Z, JJK, and even others that probably you've never heard of. Personally, my favorite anime of all time, though, has to go to Death Note, but that's not what this video is about. With those of us who have been watching the anime One Piece, we now know that there's a 6-month hiatus on it. Why? I actually never found out. So, yeah. My bad. Anyway, for those of you who have not seen the anime One Piece, now is the perfect time. I think somebody did the math, and if you watch 6 episodes a day, you can catch up to where we're at, which basically is Egghead Island or Egghead Arc, and you can basically catch up and be with the crowd. Be with the crowd, be with the crew. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you can catch up in just watching 6 episodes a day, and you'll make it. I know that sounds like a lot, but honestly, it's worth it. It's well worth it in my opinion. Anybody who has seen the anime One Piece, y'all will agree with me on that. Let them know in the comments. Just put in the comments that they should be watching One Piece. Anyway, before I turn into that guy about One Piece, the point in making this video isn't to get you to watch One Piece, even though you really should. I actually wanted to share my predictions for the crew and hopefully make a discussion or have a little conversation with you guys about it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think is going to happen with the crew once everything is said and done, like after they find the One Piece, basically. Actually, before we continue, if I'm going to be talking about One Piece, I might as well dress the part. Perfect. For those of you who don't know, this is the hat that Usopp wears, and honestly, I fuck with it. I fuck with the bucket hat. I think I'm not wearing it the right way, or it's because it's like super fucking, I fold it up. But yeah, this the shit that he wears, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna dress the part. It doesn't really go with what I'm wearing because it's a white t-shirt, but fuck it, we ball. I'm gonna be messing with this damn hat all video, I swear to God. Jinbei, although one of the newest members of the crew, is one of the strongest members of the crew. He was originally one of the 7 warlords of the sea, which was a group that was basically created by the world government to fight off the 4 emperors. 4 emperors. Anyway, I'm not going to try to spoil what happens and his backstory or any of these characters' backstories, but that's a little information for you in case you're interested. Now, for my prediction about him. Once the crew finally becomes like the best pirate crew in the world, they find the One Piece, all that shit, I believe that Jinbei is going to go back to Fishman Island and he's going to basically be the almost like the Martin Luther King, if you will, like the Martin Luther King of the Fisherman Pirates, or just the Fisherman community group, whatever you want to call it. He's going to basically work to bring peace to fishmen and fishwomen as well as the humans, and basically do what Martin Luther King did and make everybody, or try to have everybody come together as one. That's my prediction for Jinbei. Number 2, Soul King Brooks. He is the musician of the group, and he's also a skeleton. You're going to see him sipping tea and always playing either the piano, the guitar, or the violin. That's his goal. That's what he does. Simply put, Brooks is going to be very simple. His goal is going to be, after everything's done, he's going to go back to the Grand Line and meet up and spend the rest of his life with Laboon, the whale that he met when the whale was a baby. And he's going to basically just sit around, sip his tea, play his music, and just enjoy a quiet, peaceful life with Laboon. That's pretty simple. I feel like a lot of people can agree on that. Or there's a second option. Brooks is going to meet up with Laboon, but instead of just living with Laboon, he is going to travel the world with him, playing music and performing concerts for everyone around the world. Basically being the Kanye or Jay-Z or Drake or whatever. Basically being a badass celebrity, in other words. Number 3, Cyborg Frankie, aka Iron Man Frankie. He is, of course, a cyborg, but he's also the crew's shipwright. So he's the one who's in charge of fixing anything that goes wrong with the ship. He is also the one who created the ship that the crew is currently on, the Thousand Sunny. My prediction for Frankie is, simply put, he is going to go back to Water 7, and him and his brother Iceberg are going to run Water 7 and basically control everything and make sure everything works well. He's also going to be the number 1 shipwright and the one building ships. And he's going to basically have the Frankie family work with him basically changing them from bad guys to good guys and helping people out, creating ships, maybe buildings, basically being an architect in a way. So definitely think that's gonna be Frankie, mainly because he's always interested in building this, that, and the next, and always trying to improve things. And I can definitely see how that's gonna be his future after One Piece is over. Number 4, Devil Child Nico Robin, aka the Light of the Revolution. Nico Robin, although she is my waifu, she's also the architect of the crew. So she's in charge of basically learning the history of everything, more or less. And she's the one who can read and understand the poneglyphs, which are the stone tablets, basically, that give the directions to the One Piece. When everything is said and done, Nico Robin is just gonna either go back to her original homeland of Onaha, however you say it, and she's gonna try to rebuild her people, basically rebuild her civilization. Or the other option is she's gonna travel the world as an archaeologist and study and learn about the secrets hidden in this world. And she's gonna discover, or maybe even rediscover, things that have been lost throughout time. Number 5, Tony Chopper, aka Cotton Candy Chopper. Now, although in the anime they consider him the Straw Hat's pet, he is actually the doctor of the group. So he's in charge of taking care of anybody when they're sick and basically healing them if they get fucked up. That's basically his job. Now, although Chopper is a great fighter, that's not where his passion lies. His passion obviously lies in studying and practicing medicine. So personally, I believe that he is gonna move back to his island of Drum Island, and he's gonna open up his own practice where he's gonna continue his research and studying medicine as well as healing people who come to him. And he's probably gonna end up being one of the greatest doctors in the world, even having people who are in the Marines coming to him to study and learn from him. Number 6, Black Leg Sanji. Sanji, I'm sure he's a lot of people's favorite character, but he is the cook of the crew, so he's in charge of making the meals, obviously. Now, although Sanji loves to cook, he has his own dream, and that's to find the All Blue, which is basically where all of the world's oceans come together as one. And that's where you can find some of the most amazing, otherworldly, out of this world sea life and sea creatures that you've ever seen before. It's honestly something that seems pretty badass to think about if this was like a real thing in our world. But Sanji's dream is to find the All Blue, which personally I believe in finding the One Piece, he's going to find the All Blue. So that just begs the question, what is there to do afterwards? Honestly, I just think that he's going to go back to the Baratier, where he is going to become the chef and basically run everything. Basically, he's going to be the head chef and owner of the Baratier, which, for those of you who don't know, the Baratier is the restaurant that Sanji worked at and was where he learned how to fight and how to cook. So in my opinion, when everything's said and done, Sanji is going to go back to the Baratier and he's going to work his way up and end up becoming the owner and head chef of the Baratier, where he's going to serve food to everyone, whether they have money or have no money, and of course be a womanizer. But his wife is going to beat his ass, because I truly do believe he's going to get married. I definitely think that he's going to marry Pudding, but yeah, a video for next time. Anyway, number 7, God Usopp, aka Usopp. He is the ship's sniper, so he's always with the shits with the long range weapon. He doesn't use a gun, he uses a slingshot, which is honestly pretty badass when you think about it. Like, all these other people are using guns and cannons and like flamethrowers or some shit, and he's just got a regular ass slingshot, and he's just like perfectly aiming and boom, just knocking the shit out of people. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Anyway, Usopp grew up basically telling his love interest, Kaya, about all these crazy adventures that he's gone on, where he fought giant goldfish or took on like a army of like, what was it, like 20,000 or some shit like that. But now, as an actual pirate, he's going to return to Syrup Village, where he's going to, straight up, in my opinion, he's going to end up being with and marrying Kaya. And he's going to tell her and the kids in his village all about his amazing adventures that actually did happen. Now, of course, it's Usopp. He's a liar. So he's probably gonna like boost himself up more than he should. But hey, it's Usopp. We all knew this was gonna happen. Anyway, moving on from that, number 8, Cat Burglar Nami. Nami is the navigator of the group, so she's in charge of making sure the ship gets to its destination, basically tracking the map. After Nami completes her dream of traveling around the world and creating the world map, which, let's be honest, she's pretty much there already, she's going to move back to her home village of Kokoyashi, where honestly, I think she's just going to live a pretty simple, easy life where she's going to open up maybe a bar or a casino with her sister and basically bring in a lot of money because we all know she loves money. I definitely think she's going to get into some trouble with some of her clientele, but Nami knows how to get herself out of situations. So she's definitely going to be robbing a lot of people in that bar casino. Number 9, Roro Noah Zoro, aka Pirate Hunter Zoro. Personally, he's my favorite because he's the badass of the group. He is a swordsman. He is the swordsman of the group. So he's got 3 swords and he's beating everyone's fucking ass with him. His goal in life is to be the world's greatest swordsman, which, let's be honest, we all saw, for those of us who have caught up, we all saw that fight with him versus Kaido, him versus King. He basically is the world's greatest swordsman. In my opinion, even though Mihawk trained him, he basically has already surpassed Mihawk. So he's already the world's greatest swordsman, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Although Zoro is a swordsman, he is the worst when it comes to directions. If everybody's going one way, he's going the other way. It's that simple. In my opinion, once he becomes the world's greatest swordsman, in the end all be all, he's gonna travel around the world, basically drinking and just finding new opponents to fight. That's just my opinion. That's exactly what the fuck is gonna happen. And when I say travel the world, I mean he's gonna get lost. He's gonna get lost and he's gonna not know where the hell he is, but he's gonna start trouble and fight this, that, and the next. Though I guess you could also argue that once becoming the world's greatest swordsman, in like a few years after like he's done this, that, and the next, he probably could open up his own dojo and teach people 3 sword style, which, let's be honest, nobody else in the show does it but him. And that'd be really interesting to see him have a bunch of students who learn 1 sword, 2 swords, and 3 sword style. So yeah, I guess technically there could be 2 ways this can go. But in my opinion, he's just gonna get lost traveling the world and just getting drunk and getting into fights. That's gonna be him. And if you guys have been paying attention, number 10 is of course the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, Monkey D. Luffy, aka Straw Hat Luffy. Now I, just like damn near everyone else, probably thinks that Luffy is going to find the One Piece and become king of the pirates. After that, what does that lead? Simply put, nothing. He's going to be the king of the pirates. That's it. He basically has found his goal. What does that leave? Not much. In my opinion, Luffy is a free spirit. He loves to be around people. He loves to travel. He loves to eat. And I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to continue traveling the world on his own and probably becoming that symbol of revolution, as is what his Devil Fruit character or his persona represents. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I don't see him settling down or finding someone or doing anything else. I feel like he's just going to be a free spirit for the rest of his life and just going around the world, getting into trouble, going on adventures, and, of course, eating a bunch of meat. And there you have it, guys. That's my opinion and my predictions for all 10 members of the Straw Hat Pirate crew. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you have something to add? Do you think I'm full of shit? Let me know what you guys think. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my TikToks, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.